Welcome back. We are still discussing building love and peace in marital relationship. And to add to what the guest said earlier, why do we need to build love and peace? Why is it necessary that is love and peace in a marital home? My own contribution is that one, it is necessary because it's God's creator and plan. That's exactly what she said earlier too. It must be obeyed. God expects us to obey it. That's also why it's also very important. It takes two to tango. That takes a man and a woman to become a husband and wife and to build a home. Home is not going to build by one person alone. It takes the two. The two couples must be concerned to make their home work. Home, again, love and peace in marital home is also for companionship. That's one of the reasons. For procreation, to give birth and that. For mutual love. For love and understanding. And to build a strong society. Because when you have a good home, you have a good society. And in this is what we are trying to hammer on. Especially commitment to relationship. If the man is committed to relationship, the woman is committed to relationship, they will skate through. There will be love and there will be peace. But when one is making effort and the other one is not making effort, there's going to be trouble. She mentioned that marriage is for life. That is how God designed it to be. There is only death can separate you. But nowadays we are seeing a lot of battery. And I am saying here very loud and clear again, I'm not supporting any woman to remain in your marriage when your marriage is already failing through beating all the time. See, before you die like Osinachi now, they were discussing. No, but you can separate for a while. Maybe give that man 3 months or 6 months. His sense may come down before you continue with your marriage. Yes, it's not proper for us to divorce. You look well before you leap. Don't just say shallow love that she mentioned earlier for feeling alone and you run into marriage. Whereas you have a ulterior motive for it. These are some of the things that comes up when the marriage starts. And you see all these things happening because it was not from genuine heart. So that's my contribution. What are the most common challenges that usually occur in a marital relationship? Now.
The basic are two. And these two, they are also embedded. Number one, it's money. Then number two is sex, infidelity. These two factors are the basic factors that really cause problems in marriages. So for the money aspect, if the money is not forthcoming, we all know how it is. It is the usual belief that money runs things, money makes things work out well. So if the money is not there, most times the love grows cold. So like I was saying earlier on, if marriages are built on unconditional love, so no matter what, even if the money is not there, the love will still be there, the togetherness will be there, and they'll be able to make do with whatever it is that is on ground. And even plan properly. So money, the issue of money is always posing problems in marriage. So what I advise couples most times is to really define so many things about money. How they're going to be spending the money, what is their income, what is their expenses, make projections, make plans, and there must be contentment in their resources. If contentment is not there with their resources, most times they run into problems when they are out of money. And what comes up? Nagging comes, quarrel comes, it even leads to abuse most times. If the man is not able to provide food.
As a matter of fact, this thing should be discussed during their courtship.
Yes. That is what I also advise them. That is what there's during the time of courtship, there's nothing trivial that must be left out. Every little thing about your relationship, your dealings with the people, the two parties involved must be discussed.
Each other,
so that from there you'll be able to know his or her own mind, his or her own likings and everything. So if you're discussing this thing beforehand, you'll be able to know that the high rate of which this man or this lady is going, I'm not sure I can cope. So from there you begin to take a walk. So you don't wait until you enter into marriage. The issue of money must be fully and properly be defined at the beginning. Who does this? Who does this? What is our income? Are we going to be having joint business? Are we going to be having joint accounts? Who takes care of this? And if this one is not forthcoming, can I augment? Everything needs to be discussed and fully understood. Because, it's like you said, marriage is a two-way thing. It's for both parties.
Yes.
You must make it work. The book of Amos 3 said, can two work together without agreement? So everything must be fully agreed and you must live by it. and you must live by it, and you must respect your views that you have come together to make for that marriage to work. So marriage is a continuous thing, and the two of you need to be understanding each other, tolerating each other, and see how you can augment, supplement. When one is down, one is supposed to lift the person up. Yes. Even if at times when the husband is having financial challenges and the wife is well to do in her business or her work, she can augment without raising eyebrows, without raising her voice or anything. You know the conception, ma'am? You know the conception about ladies these days. They always want to hide their money, hold it, their own, and they also want to believe that it is the man's responsibility to take care of everything. Then if he's not able to provide, that's his cup of tea. I have my own money. He's supposed to be the man of the house.
That is wrong.
That is an erroneous mindset, which we are also preaching to these young ones to get out of your mind. It's a complementary thing. You are there to complement each other, support one another, understand one another, help each other to be happy at every point in time. It's a joint work. Yes. It's a joint work in marriage. It's a joint work. And the two of you must agree to that and live by it. And communication gap. I also feel that communication gap is very key. Yeah. Assume. You always assume that your spouse should have known that this is what he's supposed to do, and you're notching it in your heart, you are grieving, and you're not explaining it. He might not even know the angle that you're coming from or the angle that is pinching you. So hold no back. Open up. Bear out your mind at every point in time. Look at a convenient time every day to sit down before you go to bed, before you sleep. So that at the end of the day, you are able to resolve so many issues before you go to bed. Then the other one that I said, infidelity. This one is even going viral. You know, like I tell most couples before they get married, you don't use marriage as an escape route to infidelity or to sex. You that you're a single lady or a single guy, when you're single and you don't have the capability of holding yourself to streamline yourself about sex escapades, you can't use that as a route of escape when you get into marriage. Because when you get into marriage, when your spouse is not forthcoming, that urge will still be there to go outside. So responsibility in terms of sexual infidelity must be something that is intentionally and deliberately built in you as a single lady or as a single guy before you go into marriage. Because most of the time in marriage, little things like this. Oh, the wife starts suspecting that the husband is dating somebody. The husband too starts suspecting. The wife, and before you know,
it
escalates, and the marriage quick on. And the high rate in which marriages break these days is because of infidelity, sex, outside marriage, because of what the society is today, and because of also lack of spiritual maturity, that I call it, lack of spiritual maturity, and a deliberate effort to make yourself and show that you are responsible. Responsibility comes with obedience to a certain law. Responsibility comes with pleasing God at every point in time, doing what is right at every point in time. That is just responsibility. Then the discipline aspect of it is having the capability or the capacity to obey some certain rules in order to please yourself or your spouse, and also to make everybody happy in the marriage. So these are the basic causes of disputes in marriage.
This is VVView.